All right, so we've already learned the Pythagorean theorem, which says, let me get my pen to work here, a squared plus b squared, the two smaller sides, which would be the legs if it's a right triangle. If they equal to c squared, that's a right triangle. Okay? What that looks like is you have the a, the b, the c. Right? Now what would happen if you did the a, the b, and the c, a squared plus b squared, but the c squared wasn't as big as it needed to be, right? So that means the a squared, b squared is bigger than the c squared. So that would look something like this. Let me... Okay? If the a squared and the b squared were too big, making the c not quite big enough, that would make this an acute triangle. But the c is really big. Right? The c is a lot bigger. It's going to be an obtuse triangle. Okay? So here's your guide that you're going to follow. Let's take a look. Now the first thing you have to do is just see if is it a triangle to begin with. This is something we learned in a previous section. You just take the two smaller sides, add them together. 3 plus 7 is 10. Is 10 bigger than 9? Then yes, it's a triangle. Okay, so we can ignore not a triangle. But then we see if it's a right triangle. 3 squared plus 7 squared and the 9 squared. 3 squared plus 7 squared. 3 squared is 9. 7 squared is 49. Add those together, we get 58. 58. 9 squared is 81. All right, so the c squared is too big for it to be equal. That makes it obtuse. Okay, let's look at the next one here. Let's see if it's a triangle first. 20 plus 21 is 41. Is 41 bigger than 29? Yes, it's a triangle. Okay, now we see if it's a right triangle or not. So let's see here. 20 squared plus 21 squared and 29 squared. 20 squared is 400. 21 squared, add those two together, we get 841. 29 squared is 841. Equal, it's a right triangle. Next one. Let's see if it's a triangle first. 4 plus 11 is 15. Is 15 bigger than 16? No. 15 is not bigger than 16. 15 is smaller than 16. So this is not even a triangle. So we just go there. We don't have to do the rest. Next one. 17 plus 17. Is that bigger than 22? 17 plus 17 is 34. 34 is bigger than 22. So yes, it's a triangle. Now we got to see if it's a right triangle. So 17 squared plus 17 squared and 22 squared. 17 squared is 289. 289 plus 289 is 578. 22 squared is 484. The c squared isn't big enough. It's an acute triangle. 18 plus 24 is, let's see here, 24, 40, what is that going to be? 38, 42. 42 is bigger than 30, so yeah, it's a triangle. Okay, and then 18 squared plus 24 squared and 30 squared. I think it's going to end up being a cube, but let's see here. 18 squared plus 24 squared is 9. Oh, 30 squared is also 900. It's a right triangle. I was wrong. All right, let's see next one. 8 plus 15. 15, 23. That equals 23. So it's not even a triangle. Okay, next one. 31 plus 35 is 66. 66 is bigger than 39, so that's a triangle. Now let's see if it's a right triangle. 31 squared plus 35 squared and 39 squared. 31 squared plus 35 squared is 2,186. 39 squared is 1,521. The C isn't big enough for it to be a right triangle, so it's acute. All right, 11 plus 19 is 20, 30. That's bigger than 28, so it's a right, or it is a triangle. Now let's see if it's a right triangle. 11 squared plus 19 squared, 28 squared, 11 squared, 121, 19 squared. Then add those together, we get 482. 28 squared is 784. The C squared is a lot bigger than for it to be a right triangle, so it must be obtuse. Okay. All right, and that's all for this particular section. And then after this, we'll do some practice.